Welcome. I started my loc journey back in 2011 and now it is 2023 and I want to share the 12 lessons that I learned over the journey. I'm not sure about this lighting. or is it vibey? She's an artist, okay? She likes doing artistic things. Lesson number 1, less is more. Now, I think this goes for so many things in life as well. Now, when I first started my loc journey, this was 2011. I had already been natural. I've already had like a loose, curly natural, damaged it, dyeing it red, but that might be a story for another time, okay?
Like there's so many other planets, like why is Earth so special? And then it sounds like, oh, we just have like a roach on our planet. It's like, it's abundant life. Are you recording me?
So I went loose natural in 2007, okay? This was before a lot of the YouTube videos and like TikTok and like so many things that's available to so many Black women now. It just makes me so happy. Welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm Miss Hamer. I'm a full-time artist living in Seattle, but a lot of my work is inspired by Black girl magic and natural hair. So I felt like this video actually might still work with the channel. Usually I'm sharing more about my art, my creativity, my process, but I also share like insights and spiritual lessons connected to my painting. So that's what this is. So back to the story, okay? 2007, went loose natural. I had did like a silk press. Oh, look at the burn. Not her getting distracted. Stay focused. 2007, cut it all off. Big chop number 1, okay? Big chopped it. That's when I had my loose natural, grew that out to like the big red fro around campus, around college. Your girl was big red, okay? She was big red, okay? Hey. Truly was. Cut that off because I had very poor hair management, and I realized that when you do color your hair needs so much more moisture, and I'm lazy. Like I'm gonna be 100% real. I'm lazy when it comes down to my hair, and I think that's why locs was so perfect for me. So 2011, I decided to start my locs, and it really wasn't even, I guess it was kind of intentional. I started just with like finger coils. I don't even know like what it's actually called, but you pretty much just like twist your hair around your finger. And I have 4C hair, and there's some patches in my hair that's like a completely different texture. It's a little bit more of a loose curl. I feel like that's common actually for people to have like different textures going on, you know. Now, what I've learned in the journey though is, of course, number 1, less is more. And now back in the day on YouTube in 2007, 2008, 2009, okay, 2011, girls was putting everything in their head, okay? It was the videos about the beeswax, the castor oil, the gel, I'm here to tell you right now, do not do it, y'all. Less is more, and the less products you use, see, look, the ravens are approved. The less products you use, the less buildup you'll have in your hair. And I also feel like this reflects a lot in life. When you step into that like divine femininity, you attract. The other thing that I saw people doing sort of back in the day, they were constantly like twisting, retwisting, and retwisting and retwisting, and all of that tension and pulling on your hair can call, I think it's actually called like traction alopecia or tension alopecia. Y'all, it's real. Leave them edges alone, okay? It also makes me think about life, how when you are operating from a modality of more like less is more, there is a level of trust, there is a level of letting go that has to take place. Lesson number 2, ask for help. Sometimes the loc need a little help, okay? And that means by combining them. But I also feel like this like applies for life. Sometimes when we just out there on our own, just trying to make it work, trying to hang on by a thread, it's like, girl, you might want to weave her into another loc so that she got the support that she needs. Is she really about to make this video like tying in the spiritual lessons with the loc? I mean, it's real though. Like there's so many lessons that tie into my locs. But anywho, yeah, no. So I started my locs very thin, very small. And what I've learned with time is that locs get thinner over time. Totally natural. You aren't doing anything wrong. That's kind of just how the locs work. They start to get tighter and tighter and tighter as they start to form an actual loc versus being like a loose natural, right? And so from there, they are going to get thinner. And so when you start them thin, just be prepared for them to get thinner. And if you want them to be thicker, then you are going to have to combine them. You know, they're going to need support. They're going to need somebody to lean on, you know. There's also the conversation online about like losing locs. I don't think you have to if you just start combining them when you see them getting weak. And it's the same thing with life. When you see yourself struggling, reach out for help. The same way you need help, your locs do too. Okay. Lesson number 3. Everybody can go with you on a journey. Okay? Everybody can go with you on your expansion journey. And I've realized that. But how this ties into locks is that sometimes they need to be combined. Other times they need to be separated. Because then you'll have one big old lock looking like the weekend. Okay? And that might not be what you want, you know? So in order to like customize your locks to get the perfect thickness you want, the perfect thinness, like however you want it to be, it is going to take some level of like separation. So for me, I semi-freeform. So I haven't retwisted since my 3rd year being locked. Lesson number 4, let go of what's not serving you. Okay. Is she taking it there? She's taking it there, y'all. I know we see lock goals. I know we see ladies with the, waist inch locks, but it doesn't serve you if those locks are broken, damaged, have, color damage, have buildup, has all sorts of things going on, because everything that you put on your body, whether that's products, the food that you eat, it's all energy. And so to hold on to energy that isn't serving you doesn't serve you. So I remember I wanted my locks all long, luxurious, which they are now. And I'm like super grateful to be my own lock goals. But in part of that, I had to trim them. And I remember even having that journey being like, man, because my locks finally touched my butt. I've always wanted like waist length locks, But I was like, is this how I want them to be? No, I wanted them thicker, healthy, and beautiful. So in order to do that, I had to let go of those 3-headed dragons. Now, if you aren't familiar with that term, that's pretty much like when you combine the locks and you can braid it and do all sorts of different things. But I think people call them different things. I'm not sure what the sort of new lock community is calling it now. Like when you have sort of locks that split at the end. Because I cut mine, I don't really have as many of those combined ones anymore. Like now these are all like, majority of them are the same length from the root, but some of them you can see that they are split, but you can see that I combined these a long time ago. You gotta let go of what's not serving you, boo. So when did I cut them? This was actually 2020 during the pandemic. Okay, look, your girl had time. Sitting in quarantine, like, girl, let it go, So shout out to Andy, my hubby. He actually helped me cut them, because since they were so long, wasn't kind of able to see them. Mind you, I should probably have said this in the beginning. I started my own locks. I've never had anybody else touch my locks but me. And I know that to manage locks can be very expensive. I really feel like the best experience is to start them yourself. Now, I know everybody has their own perspective on this. Maybe like locticians don't encourage it. Honestly, I don't know, but I'm just speaking from my own perspective. And my perspective is that I started mine myself, and I'm really grateful that I was able to build that sort of connection with my locks and to be able to really have an intimate relationship with how they transitioned over time. The next lesson, comparison is the thief of all joy. And we've heard that saying, we know that saying, but it's so real. And I think it's still very poignant during the lock journey to reinforce that, because I'm saying now that I am my own lock goals, that took over a decade, and usually the people who you do see on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, who you might identify as your potential lock goals, it took them years and years and years to grow their locks. But everybody's texture is different. Everybody's journey's been different. Everybody's maintenance routine is different. And so I think it's important not to compare ourselves to other people's journey when there's so many factors in place that we don't even know about. I guess I should probably even take a moment to talk about how my hair texture was before I even started locks. Honestly, that don't even matter. There's so much stuff online about locks connected to the maintenance of the locks themselves, but really not the sort of spiritual, mental, and emotional process that it is to really be on the lock journey. So that's really what I wanted to share. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Now, I know we hear that. I know we feel that, we see that, but I think I didn't even realize it until I actually started my lock journey. It's funny because like when me and my friends would go out to the club, go out to different places, partying, having a good time, like I would always attract the like neo soul Anthony Hamilton brother, who want to talk about, he like, hey queen, thinking your girl got the Badu pussy over here, which she does, The real ones, no. You married, like what? Anywho, no, but I feel like it was the dudes who wanted that sort of like Badu India Reed type vibe. But like while my friends was getting just a different kind of guy, you know? And so I realized that having like natural hair in general definitely attracted a different kind of man towards me that I really love. This sort of like earthy girl, natural hair girl attracts a different kind of person. And I feel like for you to even be watching this video, you might be one of those people as well. And so, hey, if you part of the tribe, we clearly attracting each other, welcome. But in that lane, I don't suggest anybody should like cosplay to be any sort of aesthetic or vibe that they aren't. You know what I mean? Like, be your true self always and forever, period, you know? Oh my God, these hummingbirds are showing out today. Let me see if I can get him, y'all. This is what I'm looking at. Not her with the dirty screen. Can you see him? Where is he? He's right there. Oh, he's right above us. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a whole, we gotta talk about that. Like, that's not what they're here for, Empress. Relax. They're here for the LOC JOURNEY video. She getting this right. Okay. Y'all get it. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Okay, but speaking of that bathtub, speaking of water, okay, I think the thumbnail of this video is drink water and mind your business. Ooh. I think hydration goes without saying, right? Like, we hear it all the time, drink water, but y'all, it is so important. I know we see everybody trying to sell us all the lotions, potions, all the different things. At the end of the day, if you drink water, eat you a clean diet, mind your own motherfucking business, and don't pull on your hair all day, that's really the key. Like, that's the key to life. Simple living. And like, it's so simple out here. And I think, y'all, are we going there? We always do. So why you be asking? We always do. Y'all, people want to sell us complexity out here. They really do, because they know that we sort of low-key want that. You know, we kind of want somebody to be like, okay, girl, here's the trigonometry that it's going to take for you to grow your locks. First of all, your hair is going to naturally grow on it. Like, even after people die, their fingernails and hair is still growing. So it's not about how can you grow your hair. It's how can you stop yourself from making your hair not grow. You know, like, how can you stop pulling at it? Stop putting toxic products and all sorts of crap. Like, how can you stop yourself from limiting your own growth? You know, expansion, abundance, growth is our birthright. And not from a perspective of somebody owing us anything or like, oh, this is my birthright, I'm entitled to something. No, it is universal law to grow. I'm here in my backyard, and the plants out here, they want to grow so bad. They keeping me busy so much, okay? Trimming these hoes. Growth is their birthright. Abundance is their birthright. What I've learned is that, if anything, I just gotta get out the way. I just gotta get out the way and stop limiting their growth, and stop doing so much, and stop trying to be so much, and stop trying to overcompensate and trying to make this be whatever. If I just sit back, it'll be a jungle back here, literally. If anything, I'm trying to like tame things from not getting out of control, you know. Really, that kind of circles back to my main point, which is less is more. But it just comes back to simple hydration, minding your business, stress-free life. Okay, that's why I felt like it was really important for me to just offer insights about the LOC journey connected to life and like mental health and spirituality, because there's so many ups and downs that you're gonna go on a journey. If you choose to start your LOC journey, maybe you don't have locks or don't even want to get locks, but you're just curious about like what I had to say about it. Everything always comes back to just being enough. You know, knowing that everything you are, everything you do, everything you have, it's already enough. You know, like, nothing is broken. There's no goal to get to, you know. And what's crazy is, like, when I even think about this LOC journey, as I wanted them to grow, wanted them to be something, when I just stopped worrying about it, next thing I looked up and I was like sitting on my hair, and like it was getting caught on stuff, and I was just like, oh wow, like, my hair, like there's a process that takes place when your hair transitions from being a certain length to like waist length, and now you have to manage it like another extremity. You have to be cognizant of it, knowing that it's not like dipping in the sauce or touching a man on the bus. It's like another being that you're taking care of. More on that later. This video is really intended just to encourage y'all on a journey of life and locks. Even if you don't even have locks, I hope it still uplifted your spirit in some way. If it did, let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to see how y'all feel about this video. It's definitely an experiment over here on the channel. I love sharing life lessons, insights, spiritual lessons, things about mental health, and things even beyond outside my art. And I really want to have more of like a holistic view over here on the channel, but I also want to sort of check in with y'all about it too, so let me know if this video resonated. Let me know if you like it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all next week.